which is correct? Is it OOP or OOPS or OOPS? You ask ChatGPT and you come to know. So this is, I know, don't want to check with the ChatGPT. Okay, next. What is OOP? Is it a language? Is it a technology? Or is it a technique? Don't read answer, you give your answer. What is OOP? Is it a technology, technique, or language? What is it? First, you should know what is the meaning of language. Language means? Language is a language, sir. Okay. I know language, but I cannot say what is language, right? Telugu is a language. English is a language. Java is a language. Already told you what is the language. Language is a communication channel. What is the meaning of communication? Language is something that provides letters, words, grammar, sentences for letters, words, grammar for preparing sentences to communicate with other person to perform an operation. That is called language. Which language? Speaking language. Then what is programming language? Something that provide syntaxes and semantics for a developing new program to perform an operation by computer is called what? Language. Programming language. Something that provides syntax means what? First data type, next variable name, then equal to, then value. Arrangement of a statement is called what? Syntax. Then first what you have to place, next what you have to place, how to arrange the things, multiple things as a structure is called what? Semantics. Syntax and semantics provided, then we call it as what? Language. Tell me, is object-oriented programming providing syntax and semantics to develop program? No. It is just providing suggestion how to develop a program. Then who provides syntax and semantic? A language. Okay, Java, C++, Python. Okay, these are the languages. They follow object-oriented programming suggestions and provide concepts for building the program as per object-oriented programming standards. So what is object-oriented programming? It is not language. It's just a suggestion. Now suggestions what? It is a technique. Suggestion is nothing but technique for developing program. For example, if you join karate training, tell me, the karate master coming under karate doing? No. He is suggesting you how to hold other person opponent, how to kick other person opponent. So nothing but he is giving what? Technique. The technique is what? Object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming is a technique or a methodology. It provides a set of suggestions for creating real world object in programming world by achieving security and dynamic binding. Sir, what is security? What is dynamic binding? Don't think at this minute. That is the second half of the object-oriented programming. Just movie started. First half, interval bang is there. Second half will be started. Okay. Then at this minute, our focus. First introduction. Tell me, any movie, first half will be what? Characters introduction. Right? Making some, knowing hero, heroine, and then hero liking heroine, heroine liking hero, fall in love, and introducing villain, villain kidnapped heroine, interval bang. Right? Second half, and then fighting will be there. Same thing here also. So now, first half is what? Object-oriented programming. Programming purpose required concepts we are learning first half. Then after program build, creating real world object in the programming world, then villain will come into picture. Problem. To provide solution to that problem, security is coming. Another problem is coming. Okay. Villain, actually, did you watch the movie Titla? Titla and, another, what is that movie? Rajamouli movie, Vikramarkudu. Right? In Vikramarkudu, in the village, a normal villain will be there, right? What is his name? India also, this movie was there, man. Some old man name here. Online students, you are very intelligent. Tell me the name. Raj, Babuji, yeah, correct. Thank you. Right? Now that local villain name is what? Babuji. First Babuji is introduced. That providing solution to Babuji, who is there? Security. Okay. Now the main villain is there, Mr. Titla, who is there, out backside. That person to solution is what? Dynamic binding. So totally we have three concepts. Object-oriented programming is meant for three concepts. What is that? creating real world object in the programming world, achieving security to object data, achieving dynamic binding between objects in accessing business object operation from user object. First you create, after creating access. While accessing, you need two concepts. What is that? Security and dynamic binding you required. Finally, tell me, object-oriented programming is a one programming paradigm. So totally we have to tell three paragraphs. What is object-oriented programming? It is a one style of programming. One style of programming is called what? Programming paradigm. Structured programming, one programming paradigm. Scripting programming, one programming paradigm. Functional programming, one programming paradigm, one style of programming. So the object-oriented programming is one programming paradigm. It is a one style of writing programs. OOP is a technique or a methodology. What it is doing? It provides set of suggestions for what purpose? Creating real world object in the programming world by achieving security and dynamic binding. Hence, why OOP? OOP is meant for three purposes: for creating real world object in the programming world and achieving security and dynamic binding. So why this object? Why this security? Why this dynamic binding? Why all this nonsense? Because object-oriented programming mainly used for developing business application. What is the business application? This slide. This slide. And tell me, I wanted to develop Naresh IT website. Naresh IT is doing one business. What is that? Teaching business. As part of teaching business, who is the student? Faculty, admin, laptops, papers, projectors, chairs, so many different things available in this business. I have to organize all these things. How many students are joined? How many students done the payment? How many students have the pending payment? How many faculties are there? How many faculty salary is paid? How much tax is deducted? So different things. How many chairs available? How many chairs are broken? How many new chairs has to buy? So this kind of different information he wanted to store. I have to write a program around numbers, around object. Okay, for example, you take C language. C language is meant for just performing mathematical operation. Add two number, subtract two number, find palindrome of this number, find Fibonacci series of this number, factorial of this number, permutations, combinations of this number, square root, cube root. Just mathematics, whatever manually you are doing calculations, convert to a program performed by computer, then you see. That means in C language, we are writing program around a number and a formula. In C, you want to write a program, what knowledge you should have? Value you should know, formula you should know, then you can write a program. But in object-oriented programming, what you should know? Formula na object, because object-oriented programming is not meant for developing program for maths. Object-oriented programming is meant for developing object, storing data of a business. So object-oriented programming is mainly used for developing business application. Hence, the main target of object-oriented programming is creating real-world object in the programming world. Okay, so we completed 3 points. What is the abbreviation of OOP? Second, what is OOP? Third, why OOP? What is the main target of object-oriented programming? Means what type of applications we develop by using object-oriented programming. So this is the first introduction for 4 points to object-oriented programming. Now, okay, now final discussion is what? Object-oriented programming is meant for creating real-world object in the programming world. Okay, now our discussion is going around object. So what is an object? What is an object? Real world thing. Dekho, an object is a real world thing that has values and operations. If you want to consider something is an object, it should have values and it should have operation. Student is an object because you have values and operation. Faculty is an object because faculty has a values and operation. Chair is an object, table is an object, fan is an object, laptop is an object. If anything that has values and operations is called what? Object. For example, person, animal, vehicle, mobile, bank account, etc. are what? Objects. Now, real world. This circle is what? Real world. The same ante world ante circle only na. So this circle in a programming world. Observe now, real world objects, what are they? A person, a animal, a bike. What is this? Come on, ra. You are following me. You are just listening, not thinking. Come again. What is this? Person. Next. Animal. Next. Vehicle. Next. Mobile. Again, sir, mobile, why antenna is there? Old mobiles has antenna, na? Okay, now mobiles are stylish mobiles you got. Old mobiles, mobile, my Jamana time mobile, what? Antenna is there. Next, what is this? Laptop. Not there. Okay, laptop. What is this? Bank account. Sir, in laptop, why two people are there? Array, who is this fellow now? This is my Tollywood industry. In my Tollywood industry, who is the top hero? Telugu people, come on. Balai Babra. Harikrishna Babu, Amiripet, Tollywood, Balai Babu, okay? Already we created examples also, na? Right? Harikrishna Balaya, Balai Babu. Telugu Hindi people, you know who is Balai Babu? No, na. Akanda, both are not same. You watch Akanda movie, na? No? Okay, go and search in the Google, Balai Babu movie, okay? And now, Balai Babu, generally in all industry, Tollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood, generally hero is represented by one animal. The courage, the strength. Tell me, Balai Babu represented by lion, lion, okay? Next, Balai Babu going to shooting place by a bike. What is that bike? Bullet. Legend movie, one movie was there. In that bike, going by bike. Look at the Balai Babu is there. Okay? Then after going to the place, then he is calling to the family members and talking. His phone. Okay? Next. Now one scene is recorded. Okay, how that scene came, that particular shoot, now checking in the that monitor. Okay, shooting monitor. Balai Babu heroine. Who is heroine? Balai Babu heroine. Nayanthara, na? Standard heroine now. All, senior heroes, heroine is what? Nayanthara. Next, finally movie completed. His remuneration in the bank account. Wonderfully designed real world, right? Real world objects I want to bring into the programming world. Programming world is a different world. There should be a bridge to come from there to here. There is a bridge. The bridge is what? Object-oriented programming concepts which are implemented by using the language called what? Java. Java provides syntaxes and semantics. Object-oriented programming provide concepts. What are the concepts? To create real-world object in the programming world, we need three concepts. Number one, class. Number two, variables. Number three, what? Methods. Why, sir? Look at the definition once again. What is an object? An object is a real-world thing that has values and operation. So totally there are three words are there. Number one, object. What is the object? Class. Object is represented by class. Second, what is the value? Value is represented by variables. What is the operation? Operation is represented by method. So if you want to create real world object in the programming world, I have to use how many programming elements? Three. What are the three? Class, variable, methods. And tell me now, I want to create this projector in Java. What I have to use? Three concepts. Number one, class. Class person, class. Projector. I want to create this projector in Java. And tell me what I have to write. Class, projector, open bracket, closed bracket. Projector has a values, na? Projector color, projector brand, projector price, projector light, projector widths. Okay, different parts available in this projector. All are comes under what? Variables. Projector has operations also. What is that? On a display. On off purpose, why the projector? Only on and off. On and then what? Display and then what? Off. And also menu settings change. So settings. Totally there are four methods are there inside. Four operations are there in the projector. On, display, settings, off. These four are what? Methods. Now repeat again. So if you want to create real world object in the programming world, I require to use object oriented programming concepts. To implement those concepts, one language called what? Java. OOP and Java I have to use. Now, what are the object-oriented programming concept? Class, variable, method. And to create that class, variable and method, Java provided syntax. Now tell me, I want to create this caller. Tell me how to create this caller in Java. Class caller, open bracket, caller brand, caller price, caller color, caller size. Next, operations. On, off. On, blow air. Okay, blow air and then cool breeze, right? Blow air and make it cool and then what? Off. Now like this, now you are walking on the road. Try to think now. Who are you? object oriented programmer, object oriented programming, and you are writing that program, so you call what? Object oriented programmer. So as an object oriented programmer, when you're walking on the road, look around you, you will find many objects. Every living thing that you are seeing, anything on the road you are seeing, look at the definition. We can see and we can touch and use. We can see and use. You are going on the road, suddenly you found left side what? One bike. Tell me, what is a bike? Object. Then immediately what should come to your mind? Class bike. Bike, class bike, open bracket, variables. Come on. Whatever you are seeing is variable, right? Color, brand, bike number, price, brand, right? All are comes under what? Variables. Operations. When you take that bike into your hand, what are you doing? Start, stop, start, move, start, move or drive, and then what? Stop. These are the operations. Okay, bike completed. Then again you are moving little away. Then you found what? That side, hospital. Again, there is a hospital, prime hospital, right? Tell me, what you have to write now? Class, hospital, open bracket. Name, type of the hospital, super specialty, normal hospital. Okay, next. ఇంకేముంటాయి హాస్పిటల్లో? అంతేనా? నేమ్ అను టైప్ హాస్పిటల్ కంప్లీటెడ్. వాట్? పేషెంట్ రా, నమస్కారం రా. బిఫోర్ పేషెంట్ డాక్టర్ రా. మరి హాస్పిటల్ గురించి చెప్పండి, నన్ను చూస్తారేంట్రా మీరు? వై ఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ మీ సీరియస్లీ? హాస్పిటల్ ఏముంటుంది నాకేం తెలుసు? ఐ నెవర్ గో టు హాస్పిటల్ అని చూస్తారేంట్రా? Okay, you born in hospital, daily you are going to hospital. Okay, tell me, hospital contains what? Name following by type of the hospital and what? Doctor. Doctor or doctors means in Java doctors is what? Multiple doctors. What is multiple doctors representing in Java? Which object? Doctors. Which object? Array, multiple doctors, same type of objects. What is the same type of objects? Array. It is array. Which array? Int array. You want a number of doctors, you want doctors, doctors. Doctor array. What is doctor? Class. Doctor is a one class. That a doctor class, we are using doctor class. Class name, we create what? Array. Next. Hospital has name. Name is what? String. String name. Next, type, string type. Next, doctors. Doctors is what type? Doctor array. Next, patients. One patient. Many. Many means what? Array. Which array? Patients array na? Patient array na? Patient, not patients. Patients is a variable name and the type is what? Class name, singular. Patient square bracket. Now tell me, to create this hospital. To create this hospital, how many extra classes I have to create? 2. Create. Always you are forgetting the past, what you said 1 second before. You are 1 second Gajani. That movie Gajani is 15 minutes Gajani. You are 1 second Gajani. Just now you told na, hospital is an object. This hospital object contains what? Doctor. How to represent doctor? Doctor is a object. To represent object, what is required? Class. Class doctor, open bracket, closed bracket. Next, hospital also contains what? Patient. What is a patient? Bolo. Object. What is the object? How to create object? Again by using class. One more class I have to create. Class patient. So tell me, hospital is a one class. This class background using what? 2 more classes. So tell me, what is object oriented programming? Develop a program around one object. Find one business. Found is sir, hospital business. And then tell me, what is the first object in hospital business? Hospital. What hospital contains? Ambulance. How to carry the patients to the hospital? Ambulance. And tell me, one more object I found called what? Ambulance. Then I have to create a class called what? Ambulance. Tell me, hospital has one ambulance or many? Many. Then what? Array. Okay, na? Wheelchair, beds. And now tell me, all these are comes under what? Objects. Means whatever you are seeing in the hospital, everything is represented by one class. That means a project is a collection of classes. Samajh mein aaya? In every class we create what? Variables and methods. This variable is of what type? Primitive and also reference. Tell me. 90% of the variables are of what type? అరే ఇప్పుడే కదరా ఒక హాస్పిటల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం మనం. జస్ట్ నౌ వీ క్రియేటెడ్ హాస్పిటల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. స్ట్రింగ్ నేమ్, స్ట్రింగ్ type, doctor, patient, ambulance, what all these are? Referenced data type class. Object oriented programming, majority of the program you will go around what? Class names and the variables. So primitive variables very rarely you will see. Maximum object oriented programming going around what? Class name, array and variable. Reference data types most will be there. Okay, fine. And now you move little bit away, and then now found that side is what? Blue Fox restaurant. And tell me again what? Class restaurant. Under restaurant again multiple. So you just keep on walk on the road. Every step of your walking you will find one object. If you apply this diagram, that's all. You become what? Object oriented programming specialist. Am I right? Now tell me, should you specially spend the time in the room to study object oriented programming? If anyone is having a thought process, now it's a time I have to go to room, open the notes and study, you are a waste fellow. You are studying your life again. Object oriented programming, your life, you are not properly digesting the concept. Logical programming, you have to sit in the room and practice, because maths. Object oriented programming is not maths. Object oriented programming is your life. Whenever you want to practice object oriented programming, walk on the road safely, way left side only, not in middle of the road. If you go middle of the road, okay, your bed is waiting there. Okay, just walk on the road, you can create object oriented program. Look around your hostel room, you will find the objects and create. Listen carefully. Object oriented programming based interview you are satisfying is very difficult, because every person has their own perspective in the object oriented programming definitions. That's why whenever questions are asking on object oriented programming, first starts with the example. Pick that example from the interview room. So there and then how can I pick, sir? You before going to interview, visualize one interview room. Interviewing, what is there? Interviewer board will be there, projector will be there, his laptop will be there, and outside security is there, inside HR department will be there. The company you visualize, marker, Dexter will be there, table is there, chair is there. Tell me how many objects are there. You take every of my explanation and examples I am giving in the class in the interview room. Tell with the examples in the interview room. Live examples you take. Sir, how can I explain live examples? If you practice daily on the road, automatically your mind comfortably give examples on interview room. Understood? Everyone tell me. First point registered in your mind. What is object oriented programming? It is a one programming paradigm. It is a one style of writing programs. It is a technique or a methodology. It provides set of suggestions for creating real world object in the programming world by achieving security and dynamic binding. These are the new words you are listening. So what to do? You have to by heart this slide first. First slide, this is the second slide. Before first slide, you must by heart this definition. Today, 9 to 11, our target is what? By hearting the vocabulary, new words, and prepare the sentences. Try to tell outside. Your ear should listen your voice. Then only you will be comfortable. Examples you look around, but speak outside with this vocabulary. Okay? And tell me, what is an object? Object is a real world thing. Object is a real world thing that has values and operation, and we can see and use that object. We can use and see that. Examples are given. Real world object is created in Java by using class and what? Instance of the class. Already explained. Instance of the class means memory. Come on, try to answer now. Just by creating class person, Bale Babu came, Balai Babu kind of many persons came up. Class person represent a particular person or just a group of persons? A group. It's just representing a group. It is a design. It is a design. It's a template. It is not representing a particular person. If you want to represent a particular person, this variables memory should be created. Na? And in that memory, this Balai Babu values has to be stored. The memory created, one new copy of memory created with all variables available in the class person and storing values of a particular person is called what? Instance. Everyone tell me, if you want to bring Balai Babu into the programming world, how many I have to create? Two. Number one, class. Number two, instance of the class. Class for representing person, the type of the object, and instance for creating the particular object. Now tell me, I created a class person and Balai Babu ready. Now I want to create Mahesh Babu. Then should I create one more class? I should use the same class. I should use same class, but same instance, another new instance. New instance. One more new instance I have to create. Person P2 equal to new person. That new person is what? New instance. Then same variables, one more copy memory created in this P2 instance. So store Mahesh Babu value. Then how many heroes of the Tollywood industry created? 2 heroes. Understand? Tell me now. What is it? This one, this one. This is lion or animal? Animal. Okay. Tell me how to create lion. How to create tiger. How to create elephant. I should create 3 classes. One class with 3 instances. One class with 3 instances. Class animal open bracket closed bracket. Animal A1 equal new animal for a lion. Animal A2 equal new animal for a tiger. Animal A3 equal new animal for elephant. As many animals you have in this world, those many instances you have to create. Understood? Tell me, for creating all you people in Naresh IT, how many classes I create? One class. What is the name of the class? Student. What is the name of the class? Student. Then for creating each student, I should create classes or instances. Instances. All people got clarity? After storing your value in the program, then that instance is representing you. That instance is called what? Object. Tell me, 3 words are there here. Number 1, class. Sorry, number 1, object. Number 2, class. Number 3, instance. What is object? Whenever I say object, you must visualize a new persona. You should visualize Balai Babu na. Object means what? Real world thing na. Again you are seeing my face. Oh my God. What is an object? Object is a. Who is that thing? Balaya. Who is that thing? Lion. Who is that thing? Tiger. Whenever I say object, what you should visualize? Real world thing, Balaya. Whenever I say instance, what you have to visualize? Memory from the class. Tell me, whenever you see one object, then immediately this object is visual. You visualize this real world object. To bring this object into the programming world, you have to visualize 2 levels. What is that? Class and instance. Now you go down. You have seen one bike. One bike is an object or instance? Object. Then what is this type of the object? That actually that object is a pulsar. What is that object? Pulsar. But the type of object is what? Bike. Pulsar is a bike. Now you have to create class pulsar or class bike. Class bike. To create this pulsar, instant. To create a TVS bike, to create a Yamaha bike, instance. Understand that? Whatever the number of bikes you are seeing, that is the number of instances. All these bikes together is what? Class. Got an idea, right? Now let me move to the next point. What is that? We have understood 3 points. This chapter is meant for understanding only 3 words. What is that? Object. Number 2, class. Number 3, instance. Got an idea? Now tell me now. What is an object? You understood. An object is a real world thing that has values and operations, and we can see it and we can use it. Second one. What is the target of this chapter? What is the target of object-oriented programming? Boys, come on, answer. Creating real-world object in programming world. If you don't answer, you'll become Ghazni. Next topic will be very difficult. And tell me, creating real world object in the programming world. Why should I create real world object in the programming world? I don't create. Then what is the problem? Interview ask this question. What is the purpose of object oriented programming? Yama sir, my sir not told. Not right. What is the purpose of object oriented programming? Creating real world objects in the programming world and implementing business application. Okay, why should I create real world object in the programming world? If this question asked, what do you answer? Don't read answer. You answer. Why should I create real world object in the programming world? Naresh Shetty should give admission to whom? My student I have to create in the program. Na? Olden days admissions are given through paper and pen. Nowadays admissions are given through computer. Now in the computer, if I want to store you, I have to create you in the computer world. Na? To run a business, I need one object. In that business, the business operations perform for one object. To perform business operations on an object by using a computer, I should create that object in the programming world. Tell me, someone is given 5,000 to you, asking you, go and deposit money. Go and deposit this money. Then will you go to deposit? Will you ask any questions? What question? In which bank? In whose account? In which bank and whose account? Which bank? Object na? Whose account? Object na? Without object, can you perform operation called deposit? No. Then in the programming world, to perform same deposit operation, I must create two objects. What are the two objects? Bank and customer. Dekho, in real world, we perform every operation for one object. In a programming world also, we must perform the operation for the same object. Hence, for performing real world operation for the real world object, we must create those real world objects in the programming world. For example, consider a bank business. We perform deposit withdrawal operation on one customer account. Hence, in programming world, first, we must create the object a bank account as below to perform deposit operation. Class bank account. Everyone tell me, this class bank account represent one particular account or all accounts? Then how can I create one particular customer account? Instant. Tell me, bank account 1 equal to new bank account. What is this? This is an instance representing one customer Hare Krishna. Now in Hare Krishna account, I want to deposit 5,000. So what I should write? Account 1 dot deposit of 5,000. Now deposit operation executed on which account? Account 1. Deposit withdraw operation is executed on which account? Account 1. Understand? So why should I create real world object in the programming world? For performing business operation on real world object, we have to create that object in the programming world. Then what are the steps? Two steps. Step number 1, create a class. Step number 2, create instance from that class. And step number 3, perform operations by calling the method using that object. So we completed first one. What is object? What is the full form of OOP? Object oriented programming. There is no oops. Next, what is OOP? It is a one programming methodology. It is a technique. What object oriented programming provide? Syntax or semantics? No. Predefined programs? No. It provides just suggestions. How to create real world object in the programming world. What is the purpose of why object oriented programming? For creating real world object in the programming world and providing security and dynamic binding for the object. Okay. What is the main target of object oriented programming? For developing business applications. Okay, next, what is an object? What is the main target of object-oriented programming? Creating a real-world object in the programming world. Then what is an object? Why should I create an object? What is an object? Object is a real-world thing. How can I consider it is an object? First, you just think, does it have values? Yes. Does it have operations? Yes. Then it is an object. Okay, can you see it? Yes, it is an object. Can you touch it and use it? Yes, it is an object. So something that has values and operations that you can see and use, then it is called what? Object. Then why should I create the real world objects in the programming world? To perform operations or the object by using computer, I have to create the real world object in the programming world. Okay. So with this, I got some basic structure. Okay. Following by what is the meaning of object oriented programming? These are all the entry questions around. Which question entry asked, we don't know. But all questions are going around the only one sentence. What is that? Create real world object in the programming. This one statement only you have to remember. Around this one statement, all these questions are going around. Tell me, in your, maybe I gave you already this example. Yesterday or today, one movie released. What is that movie? Samantha movie? Ma Inti Bangaram, right? Tell me, who is the hero of that movie? Is there any hero of that movie? Tell me, this movie is hero oriented or heroine oriented? Heroine oriented. Okay, the character, the entire movie story going around heroine. So this movie is called what? Heroine oriented movie. Now tell me, if you take Kerala based movies, maximum movies are going around one crime. Police stories will be there more. Right? Now tell me, that movie is what? Crime oriented movies. Next, if you take any Hollywood movies, some scientific, some aliens are coming, occupying entire world. They're capturing our world. They are all eating. Now they are creating something to save. Wonderful things. Okay. Now tell me, that is what movie? Scientific oriented movie. So now you are performing one operation around something that is called what? Oriented. Now if you take our RGB movie, all movies are going around one devil. Satan, right? Now tell me, here, what is the meaning of object-oriented programming? The process of developing a program around one object is called what? Object-oriented programming. That means around one object means what? Developing a program, represent one object by storing its values and implementing its operation is called what? Object-oriented program. Repeat again. Developing a program around one object by representing type of the object, by storing its values and implementing its operations is called what? Object oriented programming. I am talking the sentences not from any textbook. You can go and search my statement. One book also doesn't have my definitions. All these are my own definitions. So your own definitions accepted in the company. In your university not accepted. That's why I'm not your college lecturer. Whatever I'm explaining the sentences in your college, in your university, not accepted. But these are what? Our company statements. If you say these sentences as it is in the interview room, you are shocked, surprised, and you will ask, "Hey, tell me you are a fresher or experienced? You really 2026 passed out, or you already worked in many companies, project handle and coming up." The definition statements I am talking from where? Real world, project world. In real world, I want to create a student. Student contain what? Type, student, values, operation. So writing a program, developing a program around one object means representing the type of object student is value, student number, student name, course fee. It's operation, listen, read, write. Write a program that is called object oriented program. So just what you are doing in your daily programming, just to speak in a sentences. A simple sentences, if you say, that is called what? Interview. Interviewers are not expecting the statements from the textbooks. They're expecting out of your experience. Okay, what you did, you tell, so that you will get the job. Now look at that. In Whoop, we develop every program around one object and its data. Once an object and its data is decided, then we will think about its operation and their implementation logic. The style of thinking, designing, and developing a program around one object and its data is called what? Object oriented programming. Now somebody asked, write a program in Java. Tell me, when you ask the question, write a program in Java, immediately your mind should question what? Which object? Student. What is the data? Student number, student name, course. Which object? Employee. What is data? Employee number, employee name, department, and salary. Which object? Bank account. What is the data? Account number, account holder name, and balance. So this thinking process and taking the Java concepts and writing program is called what? Object oriented programming. The thought process should embed in your mind. That's it. Okay. Sir, what is the difference between C style of programming? Sir, I am very strong in C, sir. Asli, you ask me any question in C, I will show my talent. What is the difference between C and Java? If somebody asks, write a program in C, what is your the question mark coming in your brain? The question mark coming in your brain, which object or which formula? Na? Formula. Write a program to add two numbers, plus. Write a program to subtract two numbers, minus. Write a program to find given number palindrome or not, reverse and compare. Write a program to find the factorial of given number, divide. So now what is the formula? Formula is coming, that is C programming style, mathematics oriented style. Okay, object oriented style, no formula, object, it's a data. Okay, look at that. What is the difference in developing a program in C and in Java? In C language, our target is developing a program around one function, because C is a structured programming language or procedure oriented programming language, means mass based programming language. In Java language, our target is developing a program around one object and data. Develop a program in C language means think for formula. Develop a program in Java means think for an object. Got an idea? Clarity? Paka? Suppose this is my, one of the student personal experience shared. Okay, I also enjoyed. Actually, beginning days of my class, all these, students experience they used to share me. Okay, I felt so happy, excited, which will make me to resign from the company. Okay, in company, when I develop one code, when client appreciate me, I'm not getting much excitement. When student coming back and share his experience, the real happy face and happy tears, of the student, success of the student giving me so much happiness. That's why I decided, oh, this Janma, my Janma is not for development. My Janma is for what? Students to help. I realized that, after BTech completed within 1 or 2 months to, maximum by 6 months to 1 year, your destiny will be come to your life. What are you? For what purpose you are here? Up to BTech completed, your destiny will not be visible to you. Slowly, after BTech or MCA means after education completed, once you step into the real world, your destiny will be open. Until then, you have to do some job, right? Because you have to get food, na? For that, you have to do some job. While you are going in the real world, after your parents are leaving you into the not social media, society, then your real destiny, your real path will slowly visible. You are meant for what? Those people slowly come as a friends. Whoever your original friends, all gone. And whoever the up to now friends are there, okay, relations are there, all will be broken. The new path, new opportunities, new doors are open, new people will come to your life and take you to that place. Understand? My personal experience in coming classes, I will share that also. How I come to the teaching field, how I come to the software industry, how I come to the share market. All my colleagues are in real estate. All people are in real estate. Okay, they are investing their money in real estate, buying, selling, all. But I never go to real estate because all my connections are coming not to real estate. My brain, my work, everything is soft oriented. I'm not that much hard. And go outside in the, summer season, rainy season, winter season, you go on the road and roam there and here. No, my body will not support. So I am a kind of what AC room kind of person. So based on your destiny, mind, now all the people will come. So now whenever I open my mobile, share market related videos, Java related videos, and soft work related videos only, the Google also sending to me. I realize, oh, I'm next. My next step is what? Oh, this way. So like this, in your life also, the things will come like that. Okay. Now I will to share one experience. I just explained this object-oriented programming according to my development experience. I have created this statement. What? Develop a program in C means think for formula. Develop a program in Java means think for an object. Okay. Class completed. Generally, all students are joined what? BTech final year students and generally going students will be there evening 6 o'clock, morning 7. One student want to go to MS. Okay, want to go to US to do MS. Okay, MS computers or whatever. The student went to the visa entry or visa entry. that person is a little technical guy because they are doing interview. This means what? They should also have some technical knowledge. He is given a white paper to this student. Ask, write one program in Java. You want to go to MS Computers to do, just I want to check your Java knowledge. He asked which language you are comfortable, which programming language you comfortable. The student told, I'm comfortable in Java. Okay, given a white paper and ask, write a program in Java. The student opened the paper, pen and then put on paper. 1 second hold, look at the interviewer, ask, will you give me object or should I choose my own object? You want to give any object, your own object, or should I choose my own object? Interviewer shocked, taken that white paper back and given approval, sanction, what do you call it, accepted, what is it? That stamp is called what, man? Approved, MS visa and given. Candidate shocked. What happened? I didn't write any program. Not required. Why? The way you question me back, it itself is telling that you have clear clarity on what you are doing. That's why I'm giving you permission to go to US. In Telugu, we have a statement. Annam udikini teliyalante mottam cheyibetakarla. Oka metuku ottite saripotu. With a single small piece of the food, by pressing, you know the rice is ready or not. That's what I am telling. 100 programs, 1000 programs, 1 lakh programs you practice, you will not get job. Presentation skills. That is very, very important. One word will give you job. One sentence will change the entire mind, give the good impression. That's what I'm saying. Don't, by heart the programs. By heart what? Concept. By heart what? Awareness. What am I doing in object-oriented programming? What is my purpose? One program practice. I strongly believe, and I experience it personally also, Bruce Lee dialogue. A person who practiced one kick 10,000 times, I afraid of him. A person who practiced 10,000 different kicks, I don't care, because you don't know one kick also. That's what, there is a difference, okay? Awareness, subject awareness is very important. I am writing program in Java, means what I should consider? Object, it's a data, next operation. If you have to present your knowledge, when you go to interview, you are selling your knowledge. You have to prove that you have a knowledge. That's why written questions you have to ask. Interviewer should impress by your written question. Can I take my own object or will you suggest one object? That question is sufficient, you have good knowledge. That's why remember this punch dialogues, there are so many dialogues in the movie, but you remember only punch dialogue. Chudu, vakavaipa chudu, rendu vaipu chudalanko, okay? Both are not same. This what? That punch dialogues. So think in program, what? C language means formula, Java means what? Object. Finally, we reached object. Whenever I wanted to write a program, I have to consider what? Object. What? Object means characteristics of the object. Every object has 4 things. Actually, real world 5 things. What is that? First, structure. Top to bottom structure. And then values. And then operations. Identity. Tell me, what is my identity? Name. Your identity? Name. Unique value is what? Identity. Now, we have one structure. Animal has one structure. Electronic device has one structure. Electrical device has another structure. So every object has a structure. Every object has a type, structure, values, operations, identity. Totally how many are there? 5. All are you participating? Today I'm continuously explaining. Your brain is getting what? Lot of pressure. Oh my God, this much, no notes, no program. You are keep on saying point by point, point by point. Come on, same point I'm telling. What is that? Create real world object in the programming world. On this same sentence only, I am narrating the story. Come on. I want to create real world object in the programming world. Then my question is what? First I should consider object. Object means characteristics. How many characteristics? Consider you yourself. You have a structure, you have a type. What is your type? Person. Person has a one structure. What is the another type? Animal. Animal has a one structure. What is another type? Vehicle. Vehicle has a one structure. Every object comes under one type. Based on the type, it has a structure, and based on the structure, it has what? Values and operations. Everyone tell me, this fan has a hands, na? Fan has a hand, legs, ears, eyes. Huh? No, why? Because it's not a person structure. What it is having? Handle, not hands. It has a handle, it has a wings, it has a body, it has a winding, it has a bearings, it has a condenser, it has a wiring system. That means what? Based on the type, the structure is decided. What is the type? Fan. Fan means these are the things will be there. Okay, projector means these are the things are there. So finally tell me, every object has what and what? Type, structure, values, and what? Operation. Values are technically called what? State. Operations are technically called what? Behavior. What is your behavior? All right, tell me. This is a student object under student type. This is a student type. Student type comes under structure like this, and like this student, there is a student called HK with the same type and structure. Second object is what? BK, same type and structure. Third object is RK, Ramakrishna, right? Same type and structure. Now tell me, very, very important. Real world object has a type and structure. This type and structure is represented by what? Class. State means what? Values, represented by variables. Operations are called what? Behavior. They are represented by method. Under one type of object, there are many individual objects. Each individual object represented by instance, and the instance is created by using new keyword. Understand that? So what are the characteristics of an object? Interview will ask a question. What is an object? How can we create real world object in the programming world? What are the characteristics of an object? Also interview asks the question. What are the characteristics? Every object contains three characteristics. Which object you are talking about? Real world object or programming world object? Now two objects are there. Number one, real world object contain type, structure, state, behavior. Programming world object contain structure or no structure? Structure and a body, look and feel. Does it have? Physically, can you create object? No. Real world object contain only type, state, behavior, identity. 4. But I don't know, textbooks are not mentioning the type. But according to me, this is the material I prepare based on the textbook, all people are telling. But according to me, real world object contain 5, what do you call, type, structure, properties. Properties means state, behavior, identity. But according to the programming world object, except structure, remaining all will be there. Okay, but people are saying according to textbook, there are 3 words: state, behavior, identity. State means values, behavior means operation, identity means unique value. Okay, using which one object is differentiated from other object. So the information that describes an object type is called what? Object characteristics. In real world, every object has a structure, type, values, and operation. In programming world, an object can contain only type, values, operation. Structure will not be there. Let me give one real-time example based on this slide. You wanted to deposit money in the bank account. You are taking the physical notes in a cash given to cashier. Then cashier taking your cash and pushing into computer. Na? Hey, yes or no? Yes, sir. Tell me, this cash in the computer represented physically or logically? Physically, he is counting 5,000, placing 5,000 notes in his gala box, cash box, and then open the computer. On the text box, he is typing what? 5,000. Click on the button called what? Deposit. That means 5,000 is representing cash. Physical or logical? Logical. Everyone tell me. Class representing this object in the programming world. Physically or logically? Logical. And look and feel only it is provided. Whenever you say person, these are the values, this is the operation. But how this person look like, what do you call, picture will not be drawn, only represent object by values. So logically, what is the meaning of representing object logically? by its values. That's why what are the characteristics of an object? Object is identified by values, state by its behavior, and one identity for differentiating one object from another object. All points are clear, huh? Right? So let us recollect all the points. So many points I have covered. Now chaka you have to answer even though you are sleeping and feeling boring. First point. What is OOP? Object oriented programming. Is it OOP or OOPS or OOPS? OOP. Next. Third point. Online students, are you there? What is OOP? It is a one programming paradigm. Next. What it provides? What it provides? Does it provide any syntax and semantics? No. Does it provide predefined programs? No. It provide only suggestions for a developing program. So object-oriented programming provide suggestions to develop a program around one object by storing its data and implementing its operations. Okay. Then next tell me. Why object-oriented programming? For developing business applications. What must we do as part of business applications or as part of object oriented programming? 3 steps. What is that? Creating real world object in the programming world, providing security to object data, and providing dynamic binding between objects. And then first point you are saying object. What is an object? Object is a real world thing. Can I consider anything is an object? No. The real world thing should contain values, operations. Okay. Now what is the meaning of why should I create? Why should I create real world object in the programming world? For performing real world operation by computer, I should create the real world object in the programming world. The next, what is the meaning of object oriented programming? Developing a program around one object and its data by representing the type of object, by storing its values and operation. Then what are the programming elements? We must use for creating real world object in the programming world? Number 1, class. Number 2, variables. Number 3, methods. Class represent type of object, variable represent values of the object, and methods represent operation. Okay, tell me, what are the building blocks of object oriented programming? Bolo, what are the building blocks? Without these concepts, I cannot create the program. I cannot create real world object. What are the building blocks? Class and instance. Generally, okay, I want to say, because I'm a real developer, I would like to say class and instance, but textbook point of people say class and object. So what should I give answer in the interview room, sir? You say both class and instance or object. So real technical person means he will understand instance is correct answer. Okay. So that's why you should give both answer. What are the building blocks of the object oriented programming? Class and object, nothing but instance. Next, what are the characteristics of object or what are the characteristics of an object? A object contains 3 characteristics, actually 4 characteristics: type, values means state, behavior, and identity. Type represented by class, state represented by variables, behaviors are represented by methods, identity is nothing but one of the unique value we are using. So these are the 12 points we have understood around object oriented programming. Everybody comfortable? Theory understood? Now onwards, what you should say? Whenever I ask object oriented programming means, what should come to your mind? 4 concepts. What is that? Class, inside class, variables, methods, and outside what? Object. Means instance. Identify one object, create instance, store its value, object. This is the first theory introduction about object oriented programming, all points. Let's see one example. I want to create object type student. Then what do you write? Class student. Then student number, student name, course fee. What is that? Student number, student name, course fee? State. Class is represent what? Class represent type. Variables represent what? State. Operations. Listen, reply, write, read, write, exam. These are comes under what? Operations. Now, using class, variables, and operation, can I represent Hari Krishna, Balakrishna? No. I have to create first instance, one copy memory, HK value stored. Second instance, another copy memory, BK value stored. Class creates object logically, new keyword, instance, creates object physical. Try to understand my statement. Class creates object logically. Logically means it will just say, an object that has name, height, student number, student name, course fee is called what? Student. Who is that student? Instance will represent that object physically. An object is represented in programming world by values. Hence, we must allocate memory for each object separately for storing its values. This paragraph, okay? Again, come back. Class creates object logically means just a class say student meaning what? That is called logically. Physically means what? One of the student HK. How this one of the student HK will come into programming world? By using the instance. So class creates object logically. Instance creates object physically. Okay, logical means a multiple objects group, look and feel, and physical means particular object. Okay, this slide is understood. This slide is new na, already you know na. Right. Answer, you knew already. When? Last Sunday. Last Sunday we discussed this real world object in the programming world. Okay, this Sunday no class for you. Oh no, thank you. Either tomorrow not coming to class. Saturday, Sunday long session, long weekend. Tomorrow, I told you, tomorrow we are completing one chapter called variable and types of variables. In that chapter, I will teach you static variable, non-static variable, parameter, local variable. Based on the variables and methods, based on the types of variables only next chapter, methods, it's next chapter, constructor, it's next chapter, block, and further chapter, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. Your entire Java is there on variables. Tell me now, object-oriented programming means what? Think about object and its values na. Today object, tomorrow values. If you miss tomorrow class, first join new batch. Now final definitions, final statements I want you to tell. Last 3 words. Okay. First one, object in real world and in programming world. Last 5 minutes. Okay, I'll stop the class today. Don't worry. Today class is this much only. Okay. Just you get clarity on object, class, instance, and steps for creating real world object in the programming world. Just revision. That's it. Today class completed. Okay. Object in real world, object in programming world. Tell me, which side is real world? Which side is real world? Left side or right side? Left side. Note the Japan. Left side is real world. Right side is left side object has a structure. Right side object has a structure, only values are. Left side is structure and carrying. Right side memory, store the values. Okay. What is a object in real world? Thing. What is the object in programming world? Instance. And tell me, what is an object? Object is a real world thing in real world, but in programming world? Tell me both combined. Tell me, when you begin, you know only real world. By end, you got programming world. Both you combine and tell the answer. What is an object? Object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. In real world, it is a thing. That real world thing in the programming world is what? Instance of a class. So tell me once again, what is the definition of the class? What is the definition of the class? Sorry, what is the definition of object, class, and instance? What is the relation between them? Tell me, what is the definition of object? An object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. This real world thing or object has values and operations. Okay, na? Now look at the definition. Object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. For example, student, employee, bank account, bike. Object definition clear? Paka? Tell me. Object means Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is coming into programming world by instance of the class student. Understand a right to left arrow marker? Object is Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is coming to programming world by one instance of a class. That is the meaning. Now the second question. What is a class? Tell me what is a class? Class is a class. What is a class? Class is a class. Object-oriented programming has taken the word called class from where? Why the word class? Why not some other? If you take C language, class concept there in the C language, you know, what is that? Structure, struct. Why there structure, struct? Because C language wanted to represent structure. They want represented by structure. That's why structure, structure. Here, object-oriented programming, they want represent object not by structure, by values, by group, by classification. You all objects comes under what classification? Student. I am comes under what classification? Faculty. This fan light comes under what classification? Electronic device, electrical devices. Electrical, not electronic. Okay. Mobile, TV, projector comes under what? Electronic devices. Based on chip, something is operating, that is called what? Electronic. By power it is operating, that is called what? Electrical. Tell me, all multiple objects are classification, classified by one type. Classification. Structure, struct, classification. You really God never taught, you know. Only Bhakta only should keep on ask everything to God. God is always silently standing like this, okay? Structure, struct, syntax is what? Struct. Classification. Class full form is what? Classification. All these objects are comes under classification called student. That's why classification student is big lengthy. That's why they take a shortcut what? Class. Okay now? 1 crore bet. No one in this world, even object-oriented designer also, might not mention this point anywhere. Go and check. Why the keyword class? Why not some other word? Class is coming from classification. That's called what now? Awareness on the subject, deep analyzation. Any concept you take into your hand, if you want to be master in that, expert in that, should be always in a demanding position. You should analyze it that much deep. So why class? Why the keyword class? Why the word object? Why the word instance? Lord Krishna has multiple instances. Have you heard this word? In Mahabharata, Bhagavatam. Krishna belongs to Mahabharata. No? Mahabharata and Bhagavatam also Krishna only, right? In Mahabharatam, Lord Krishna is available multiple places at a time. Okay? Multiple places. Same person, multiple places. What? Instances. In English, what we call instances. One existence is called what? Instant. Second existence, second instant. Same person, copy paste is called what? Instances. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, instances. So finally tell me, what is a class? A class is a classification. It representing one particular object, multiple objects of same type. Class representing particular object or multiple objects of same type. Multiple objects of same type. All you people are multiple objects of same type student. Okay, tell me, fan. All these are what? Multiple objects of same type. What? Fan. What is this fan? Crompton fan actually. What is that fan? Bajaj fan. This fan, Usha fan. That fan, Ganga fan. That fan, Havells fan. Understand? Right? All these are fans. What is the common name? What is the common term? Fan. Classification. So tell me, what is a class? Class is a blueprint. What is a class? Classification means what? Blueprint. What is the blueprint, sir? I didn't understand. A printed copy. It tells how it look like, what it contains. Tell me, if you go and ask your father will share his experience. Okay, if your father or mother or grandparents construct one house, directly can they go construct the house? First they design the house on the paper. First they will design the sizes of the house on the paper and the floor design everything. then they go to the government office, registration office to get the approval, na? When you go to registration office, the registration officer will ask, where is your house, huh? Where is your house blueprint? What he will ask, man? House under the physical. Physical can he carry? No. What he will carry? Blueprint paper. So tell me, the paper, the design on the paper that represent the real house is called what? Blueprint. Okay. Observe now. What is the blueprint? This is the diagram. देखो इधर there is a one house. Okay. This house, first paper on the paper, house is placed. Exactly the house there on the paper is constructed in the land. First house, second house. Exactly copy paste is coming. That's why this class is called what? Blueprint. And these two objects are called what? Instances, physical. And now there are totally 5 definitions are there to the class. Number 1, according to data types, class is a user defined data type. According to the design, it is a blueprint. Tell me, class contain variables and methods. Variables telling what is the values of the object, methods telling what are the operations of the object. Now, these variables and methods both together telling what object contains. Something that will tell what it contains is called what? Specification. Have you heard this word specification? Mobile you wanted to buy, what are you checking? Specification. You want to buy TV, what are you checking? Specification. Specification is nothing but list of the features of that object and the values of that object only, na? So tell me, what is a class? Class is a specification of an object. And by seeing this object, I am getting a look and feel of that object. That's called construction is completed. Physical or logical? Can I go and live in this house on the paper? No, this is a logical construct. So what is a class? Class is a logical construct of an object, not constructor, construct of an object. And finally, what is a class? A design or template, design or a template or plan of an object. So finally, there are 5 definitions are there. What is a class? A class is a user defined data type. It is a group of variables and methods. Some people say class is a group of variables and methods also. So that's why I want to combine both in one statement. A class is a user defined data type. It is a group of classes and methods. A class is a blueprint. A class is a specification, logical construct and design. I want to prepare a complete sentences. Do you have capacity to listen? Try to visualize. User defined data type means it contains multiple values to store, na? Tell me complete sentence. You tell me what is a class? A class is a user defined data type. It is used for storing multiple values of same type and different type of an object. Second definition. What is a class? A class is a blueprint of an object from which we can create multiple objects of same type. Third definition. What is a class? A class is a specification of an object using which we can specify values and operation of an object by creating variables and methods. Next, what is a class? A class is a logical construct of an object. It creates object logically by specifying what are the values of an object, what are the operations of an object. Nothing but it gives the look and feel of the object. What is an object? Design, look and feel. Plan, look and feel. These are the synonyms, okay? So finally, complete sentence you remember or not least bother, but you have to remember the main words. What is that? A class is a user defined data type. Blueprint, specification, logical construct, design or plan. What is the popular word for a class definition? Blueprint. Class is a blueprint of an object. So, but many people are saying class is a user defined data type. Okay, that's why I want to combine both. What is that? A class is a user defined data type. It is a blueprint of an object from which we can create multiple objects of same type. It specifies, I want to include the third definition also. It specifies the values of an object and operation of the object by using variables and methods. So totally, first 3 definitions I prepare as a one sentence. Again, listen, you have to repeat along with me. A class is a user defined data type. It is a blueprint of an object. Blueprint ante this dabba. It is a blueprint of an object from which we can create multiple objects of same type. It specifies the values and operations of this object by creating variables and methods. This is a complete statement you have to tell about class. I repeat again. What is an object? Object is a object. You are in a full trauma. I changed my question. I know. Okay, you are in a class, but I ask another question. What is an object? Object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. Every object has values and operations. Next point. What is a class? A class is a user defined data type. It is a blueprint of an object from which we can create multiple objects of same type. This word is important. Multiple objects of same type. Next, specification. It specifies the values and operations of an object by creating variables and methods. Next, finally, instance. What is an instance? Instance is a one copy memory created from a class used for representing one particular object physically by storing values of that object. So finally, this is the definition and background. Okay, this is a diagram I have given. Class is a blueprint and this is a summary. Finally, shortcut definition. Object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. For example, student, employee, bank account, bike are the objects. Next, class is a user defined data type or blueprint of an object from which we can create multiple objects of same type. Class and what? Class student. It specifies values of an object by using variables, operations of an object by using methods. A class is a group of variables and methods. It is a user defined data type or a blueprint of an object. Next, what is an instance? Student with values. Student with values are what? Instance. Instance is a memory created from a class. One copy memory. Instance is a one copy memory created from a class for storing particular object, for storing values of a particular object of this class type. For example, new student 101 HK, new student 102 BK. So this is the final slide you have to by heart and remember. Okay, all these slides and detailed notes theory also I am uploading to your Google Classroom. You have to study. Finally, already you know this summary. How to create, what is the target of this chapter? Creating a real world object in programming. How can I create real world object in the programming world? First you consider object type. Second, consider its values. Third, consider its operations and create them. And finally, consider its individual objects and create instances. Read all the points. Create a class with object type name, student, employee. Inside this class, declare fields to store values of this object. Create instances for each individual object HKBK. Store this object values in this instance. Read and display values of this object respectively S1, S2, S3. Going back to data type chapter. Student, employee, bank account. Student, class student, student 1, student. Class employee, employee 1, employee. Class bank account, account 1, account. Understand? Data types chapter extension is nothing but object oriented programming, but I have to finalize the definition. What is object, why object, what is object oriented programming, what is the meaning of it, what you are doing in this programming language. This clarity I have to give in this chapter. Theory I have to tell, programming already complete. Okay na everyone? Paka? Tell me last statement. What are you doing in this chapter? I mean, in object-oriented programming? Creating real-world object in the programming world by using class, variables, methods, and instances. Ante. Object-oriented programming and 4 mukkale. In 4 mukkale నేర్చుకోవడమే object-oriented programming. 4 pieces. Class, variables, methods, instances. Ready? Will you by heart this theory and come? Tomorrow will you tell the definition of what is object, what is class, what is instance, what are the characteristics of the object completely? I will upload all these points to the note, to the Google Classroom. What is your class study over time? Are you studying daily? Really? Today onwards, can I take attendance at 9 o'clock? Attendance at 9, in the middle and end, 3 times. Oh no? No. Huh? Attendance, can I take? Your wish. If you want, I will take attendance, otherwise not required. Choice is yours. Then don't force me. Whenever I have free time, I will study. Why you are worrying about my study? Huh? That is your inner feeling, na? I know, I know. Okay. I suggest you always prefer core Java study hour time is 9 to 11 because 9 to 11 you are 100% free and energetic because dinner completed. No, sir, I'm feeling sleepy. Don't worry, Java make you awake and automatically sleep. Awake and sleep automatically. Okay, with the subject slowly, you will sleep. And slowly, while you are sleeping, dreaming, Hare Krishna will come. Tell me what is object? Object is a, okay. I will come in your dreams also. Pakka. I'll ask all these questions while you are sleeping. 3 months, sir. 3 months. Already almost 1 month completed, right? This is the 4th week now. By tomorrow, 4th week completed. So 1 month completed. Just more 2 months. More 8 weeks. This 2 months, if you work hard along with me, as I suggested you, I'm telling you, will become expert and your Java is, job is guaranteed. Please believe me. Please believe me. Okay. So push yourself. You have to motivate yourself. Daily, I cannot motivate it. Array, I joined the course for what? Studying purpose. Let me study. 9 to 11 is my study hour. You just push yourself the time. Okay. No, sir, I'm not getting interest, sir. I wanted to watch mobile. Okay. What you do? Open Java book. Keep the mobile and Java book. Okay, na? Open mobile, Java book open, and whatever the notes are, Google Classroom, whatever, keep side under mobile. At least middle, you will see the screen. Na? Understand my intention? At least middle, between the reels, at least 1-2 statements you read also. Enough. Tomorrow class will easily understand. Slowly, your mind will start telling you, Entra, you can watch these reels later also. You have still 70 years of life to watch reels. Keep aside. You focus on 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. Slowly, your habit of watching reels to reading the Google Classroom, you will change. Believe me, just follow my instructions. Okay, na? 9 to 11, I'll be wait for you. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, thank you. Good night. See you all tomorrow. Please don't miss tomorrow class. Sunday, no class. Tomorrow class is very important. Don't miss Sunday class. Oh, sorry, tomorrow class. Yeah, you can join offline class, Aditya. Anytime you can come to Amirpet. Aditya, are you Telugu or Hindi? If you come to offline, find your food providing hostel. Okay, now first you find a hostel where North Indian food is provided and then join. Okay, na? Don't come directly and join whichever the hostel you like. Later you'll suffer. Okay, Hemant, I will check. అవసరం లేదమ్మా మన ప్రాబ్లం ఐడెంటిఫై ప్రాబ్లం అన్నా కానీ ప్రింట్ చేయమని అడగలేదు కదా కాదు ఐడెంటిఫై చేయి మెమరీ డ్రా చేస్తేనే నీకు ఐడియా వస్తుంది వర్క్ లైక్ ఏ జేబిఎం నాట్ యాజ్ ఏ హ్యూమన్ మెమరీ డ్రా చేస్తే ఏమైంది ఏది మెమరీ ఏది అది డ్రా చేస్తే నీ మైండ్ వస్తుంది హేమంత్ ఓకే ఐ విల్ షేర్ Hemant Sangha. Okay, I am giving you co-host. Accept it. Now, please share your screen. I make you co-host. You will get a permission to share your screen, laptop screen, share. We will fix the problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Show me the problem. First, you click on the type here. Here. Click type. Come here. Come to the folder. Here at top menu, type is then click on type. Name, date modified, type.
Oh,
Click on that top. Okay, na? All dot class files are one place, Java files are at one place. It will be clear.
Okay.
Now
Thank you, sir.
open your Java file.
The issue I'm facing is I did change the student dot Java as well.
Hmm.
So I will run it.
Class student, okay. Compile and see. Bring the command window down. Okay. Java C. Which college class? College.java, college2.java.
College
Okay.
dot Java.
But there are read. Clearly it is telling read.
Cannot
Go
find
up.
symbol.
Go up. Here there are two dot class files, student.class, student2.class, right?
Yes, yes.
It is saying that cannot find symbol variable SNO in class student. Delete all these dot class files. Open student.java. Okay, now close. Go to command prompt and compile. Already open now, why you are opening again? Oi. You close command prompt?
Yes, sir.
Why? Okay. Compile. Why it is showing on desktop? Why you created a folder on desktop, man? Okay, go on. Your wish. Java C, college.java. Okay, all errors are gone because student
This
dot
is-
class file was already there, which is old dot class.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and now what is the error? Incompatible types. For
Still
reading the
can-
P, you must use the next double. For reading mobile, you should write next long. Correct it. Open college.java file. Go to line number 1822. Chepu. Tomorrow. 18, line number 18, go. Change that. Next, double. D capital letter. Line number 22. Next long. L capital letter. Save. Go to command prompt. Why you are again and again opening command prompt? Already opened, na?
No, sir, I accidentally closed it, sir, again.
Why you are closing?
Yeah, it's open.
Clear screen. CLS. Clear screen. Now up arrow. Compile. Press enter. Up arrow. Remove.java. Remove C. Enter.
No.
Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.